for me because I had them in middle school last year.
Yep.
But the more it goes on, it's tough.
I feel like that might be Derek Feltner facing us on the other side. And actually, yeah, Hayden Murphy's over there. So the senior guys are with the freshmen.
Okay. Maybe it's a full senior group just out there coaching and helping out.
I need 7 players now. The rest on the sideline, please.
So we have to be setting records here. There's 13 people watching right now.
Oh, well, this is a big night here.
Let's see if we can double that here. All right. So, looks like orange, which is our juniors. No. Yeah, orange is the juniors.
Yep.
Yellow seniors. So we got juniors in orange versus the sophomores in purple. Do you recognize that official out there?
I don't see my eyes are even that bad. Who's out there?
That is Mr. Scott Sifferman in his dad's NFL gear.
Okay. So I didn't even see him over there. Yeah, that's got to be a keepsake for him.
Absolutely.
Do you know how long it's been since that Mr. Sifferman's dad has coached a game from the field?
You refed a game from the field?
Yeah.
I don't know, because I know he was in the replay booth for a while.
Right, and that's what last I recall.
And it feels like, 5-6 years ago he retired from that, because I remember Mr. Sifferman got to go to one of his last games. I think it might have been a Super Bowl or a playoff game.
Sure.
But as far as on the field, I'm not sure. Mr. Anderson, our high school art teacher, is the MC on the field, so he'll have a megaphone to announce.
Okay. Is that how it's always been in the past? Again, it's pretty new for me.
I know I've seen him, on the broadcast. I'm not sure I've been to one live. So we got Junior Vargas is helping coach the orange team, which is the juniors. That makes sense. Sophomores coaching the juniors.
Yeah. Well, maybe it didn't have any freshmen or sophomores want to step up.
I've always not understood why they didn't just coach their own grade. Maybe there's too much bickering. I don't know.
It could just be hey, who's going to volunteer to be a part of this? Yes. It could just be that.
All right, so I wonder, is this flag football? So I wonder if I'm guessing we're throwing it off, not kicking it off. Looks like the orange team is ready to receive.
So the rules are, so you got 7-on-7. I'm curious, are they allowed to rush the passer? Are they allowed to, I assume blocking is a no-go.
Yeah, I've been around some flag football, so I think you can get in their way, but there's a limit on how much contact. I believe everyone is an eligible receiver.
Okay.
So we'll find that out here pretty quick. And I know I've seen quarterbacks running, so maybe it's hey, when you rush, the quarterback can go.
Okay. So just, the eye test here. The juniors obviously look like a little height advantage, a little longer legs, but I think speed's going to win this game.
All right. So are you going juniors or are you going sophomores?
I don't know.
I think Coach Vargas has the juniors coached up well.
And I assume that Coach Vargas will also utilize speed.
Yep. Well, that's a nice punt. Yeah. And a catch. Taking off here to the right.
Still has not grabbed a flag. And there it is.
At the about 7-yard line. Sophomores with a nice tackle there. I will say this, if you haven't played flag football very much, it's harder than you think to grab a flag.
Oh, sure. I'm sure there's a lot of aspects like getting into position to grab it, or I know there's a rule, and I don't know how much they're going to enforce it here, but isn't there a rule about like guarding the flag? You're not supposed to like put your hand so they can't grab the flag and things like that.
And you can't like spin.
Oh, okay.
So you can do like a juke move, but you can't do like a full spin.
I bet that's pretty hard for people that have played contact and then go into flag then.
I coached 1 year of flag football. You actually have tackling drills. You got to work on breaking down and grabbing the flag.
Oh, and we are going passing right away.
Ooh. So I think that is probably Millie Brumley was the intended receiver there.
That looks like it to me as well.
If I squint, I can kind of recognize some of the faces.
Yeah, I think I recognize Verilyn Skeving out there.
A couple pretty tall girls on the sophomore route as well.
So you got one rush.
Oh, a little stutter step move there.
Worried about the flag.
Yep.
Got it.
Third down. Now, I'm guessing if this is like regular flag football, you get like, 3 or 4 plays to score.
Oh, so there's no first. Yeah, that's right. There's no first down markers.
Yep.
I'm learning a lot tonight, Matt.
Yeah, and I know another flag rule is if you get inside like maybe the 5 or the 10-yard line, you have to pass. You can't run it in.
Oh, interesting. So this is the third play.
Yep.
See if they go back to the air. Oh, bad snap. Oh.
I know there has also been some fights in these in the past.
Well, listen. I mean, we have some competitive girls that go to this school. I know these girls. Like, maybe they're newer to football, but they're not new to competing. And I'm sure that there's some fiery things that come with that.
Now, I know when I coached flag football, the ball hit the ground like on that last snap, it was a dead ball, which obviously we're not playing by those rules here today. It's probably a good thing.
So prior to that, I heard the officials say, 4th down, 2 more to score.
All right.
So it must be 6 to score,
Okay.
if my math's correct. Score or it's a turnover, they said.
Kind of have to pull out the trick plays here.
Yep.
Maybe a double pass or a double forward handoff.
Well, if they allow it. I'm sure that Mr. Sifferman is up on the rules and would allow something like that to happen. This is tough, though. This is the equivalent of 4th and 65.
Yes.
So I'm curious if a punt's not coming here, and it looks like that is the plan.
Maybe you got to declare a punt. Yeah. It's probably a good decision.
Yeah, I know you're a huge fan of the punt.
Absolutely. We have like the best punter in middle school football, I think. Maybe 2 of them.
If we had all conference at the middle school level, I would definitely say that we definitely have the top punter in the league when we punt.
Yeah. All right, so tackle down at the 23-yard line.
That said, that was a very fine punt there.
It was.
That was about
A
a
soccer player?
that would make sense. That about a 30-yard punt.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how far to snap it. About 4 yards back, right? Oh,
That's rough.
gonna have to work on that a little bit.
See, here's the speed.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, Matt,
Ooh.
they lucked out. Their speed kills in all forms of football. Powderpuff, real football, 2-hand touch.
About 15 yards on that. So this would be play 2 of 6, we think. Next time, I think we need to have like the rules in front of us here would be nice.
That would be nice. So, Matt, are you familiar with how much practice that they've had prior to this?
I know they were practicing before the game.
Yeah.
I think there are some classes that maybe take it a little bit more serious, and maybe some coaches that take it a little bit more serious.
I believe.
I'm going to guess there was not a whole lot there.
Oh, interception.
Ooh. That was some friendly fire there, I think. They got her. The 50-yard line.
Good hands on the interception.
Now, Mr. Sifrin's placing that right on the 50. We might have to replay that. I'm not sure that was a legit spot.
Now I don't see a timer on the clock, so I'm curious if there's a certain amount of possessions everyone gets.
I do believe it's timed. Well, there we go. Well, he was counting
there.
down. I'm not sure what that was for. Uh-oh. Tackle down on the 17, 18-yard line.
They took a good angle there. I think if the ball carrier would have went more towards the sideline, maybe would have got a little more yards out of that.
Yeah, coach has got to be on top of it. They're making them stay on the sideline, too. They don't even get to be back in the huddle or anything.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's always been like that.
And I wonder, I mean, I know they have like their spirit points all week, and I think they had Turk Olympics today. I'm assuming this also counts as one of those homecoming, earning points thing. Ooh,
Wide
that was
open.
like a back
Wide
shoulder
open.
throw and catch. Oh, is she in the end zone though? Thought the tackle was in the end zone.
I've not seen a signal.
Nope.
No, did not make it.
We were too late on the replay here.
4th and goal. And again, that is not like it is in contact football. I believe they have 3 more plays if it's 4th down here.
Now, again, if this is like normal flag football, you cannot run it here. It has to down.
Definitely not the case.
Nope. It's kind of tough in flag football to stop somebody 2 yards out on a run.
Right, especially when you can't block.
Yeah. So that was the orange, which is the junior class that just went ahead with the first score. Great hustle by Mr. Sifferman to get the ball back.
Always.
To the
He's
40.
Legendary hustle. Now, I believe that was Eliana Emmons on the long pass play.
All right.
Just because I don't believe we have a lot of girls that are that tall.
Yeah. All right, there's some speed. Get a little blindside block here. Oh, a little spin move. Tackled at the 40 where they're going to get it first down. Can you tell who that is?
I believe that was Avery Sargent on the run.
All right, yeah. She would be a sophomore.
And what I liked about that run, not just the speed, which was great, but as she came around to the left, she switched the ball to her left hand, left arm.
Nice little spin move as well.
That's right. Doing all the right things. And we're going to pretend that she was coached to do all those things.
And there was an amazing block. It was behind the play. But
And it was clean.
Yep.
Referee Sifferman doing some coaching here.
I think they had too many players in the backfield on that one, though. I guess we're going to go incomplete pass on that.
2nd down coming up.
Pretty good crowd over there. That might be more people than we had the first high school football game before school started.
Yeah. Oh,
Uh-oh.
fumble, recovers it.
Another tackle for a loss.
I'm going to go ahead
Renee
and
Ryla, I think maybe on the tackle.
well, that would be a junior.
Yeah.
So I've done this once for a Turk game, and it was a lot easier with numbers and rosters, I will say that.
Absolutely.
And I feel we're doing a lot of kids in our community discredit by not knowing everyone here. A little fast on the pass there.
Yeah, hey, if you're at home, I see there's a little bit of chat going on here. If you know any of the players on any of these teams, just put it in the chat. That might help us figure out who's out there.
Matt, we're at 18.
Yeah.
It's a big number for
I mean, we were down at 10 a little bit ago, so the word is going. Oh,
Oh,
we got a
that
pick six. No, we don't.
No.
A nice interception by Millie Brumley.
Avery Sargent saving the tackle, or saving the touchdown there with a tackle.
All right, so I believe they said that was halftime. So it was, what, about 10 minutes? Probably 2 10-minute halves.
Makes sense. I don't believe they got going right at 7:30.
I believe last year was played in the gym with all the smoke.
That's
issues.
right. That was the smoke year. I wonder what that looked like.
Well, I'm pretty sure somebody got like plowed into the wall because I remember there was an ambulance called.
Yeah, it definitely sounds like a concussion waiting to happen, doing that in the gym, going full speed towards the I know there's padding on those walls, but
Pretty fast-paced action.
that's for sure. You know what I want to see return to the gym here? Donkey basketball, Matt. How long has it been? I know it hasn't been that long because I know that Mr. Murphy, Coach Murphy, has done donkey basketball. But when I was a young kid in Salton, that was my favorite, is going and watching donkey basketball.
Well, I mean, that and the professional wrestling.
Well, the professional getting Playboy Buddy Rose coming into town was always a big deal to me, yes.
Yeah. I feel like I heard that there was some like animal rights issues with that, possibly.
Oh.
With the donkey basketball.
Okay. Yeah, I'd be curious to see when the last time that happened was. And I'm curious who put that on. I wonder if that was a group that supplied the animals. Maybe they went from community to community, and that was just like a little fundraiser that they did.
Yeah, I believe that was FFA. So we got to get on Jared Skeeth.
Let's see.
He's dropping the ball. Like, that would be bringing back an old tradition. That would be awesome.
Yeah, I think we can get him on board on something like this. Listen, I'm just saying right now, I got dibs on doing Turk Pride TV if donkey basketball makes its return to the Salton Gym.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was donkey football, we could bring him on the football field.
That's true. I just donkey something.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a lot of different things we can incorporate.
All right, so I believe this was halftime. We still have the juniors and sophomores out there getting a pep talk. So my guess is we're going to play a 20-minute game with 3 games. So you're going to play each grade level. And I would think that would result in a championship game, but
I would hope so.
that could make for a long night.
Yeah, definitely could. It's already getting to 8. Now, a couple things that I think that they incorporate. Not seeing a lot of toss plays.
No.
Like a real wide toss play.
Been passing pretty much and maybe a handoff.
Yeah, and the passing's there. I just don't think we have enough maybe practice in the routes.
Now, I will say I'm watching the freshmen warm up over there, and they are running some toss plays, which, again, you got senior coaching.
Sure.
A little bit more experience there. Some of those seniors have been coached. This is their 4th year of coaching Powderpuff football.
I just have to assume that if I was coaching one of these groups, I would find my fastest player, and then I'd figure out how to run a toss to that player. That'd be the bread and butter of my offense.
All right, I'm going to go on record. I'm going to predict actually the freshmen are going to win this. I haven't even seen them on the field yet.
So, are you basing that off of
Coaching
them?
And I recognize some of those freshmen. There's some athletic girls out there. Not a lot of height, though.
Rebecca Stemmer says that FFA was the supplier of the donkey basketball.
Awesome.
And I agree. It
Let's
was
bring it
the
back.
best. We can start the campaign today. The year is young.
I don't want to hear anything about risk management.
Yeah, I'm sure nowadays maybe the insurance for something like that maybe would eat up a lot of the fundraising funds.
All right, so we got Ben Dilger is another one of the sophomore team coaches. I see him out here giving some instruction.
Right, and he's a junior, correct?
He is a junior.
So that means the seniors are going to take on the freshmen.
Yep. Ooh.
It's a live ball. Avery Sargent.
See him bounce.
Bounce.
All right. 44-yard line.
So 6 plays from the 44.
56 yards. Let's do the math. About 9 yards a play we need here.
Mm-hmm. I'm still waiting for someone to break one. Someone's going to break one this drive.
I want to see some trickeration.
I would love a double pass.
Yeah.
But honestly, just a long pass in general has just been there for both teams. Yeah. We just have not executed, except for on that one to Eliana Emmons.
There you go. Tackle for a loss of a couple yards.
Looks like the coaches are wanting to call a timeout. And our MC is not having it.
There's no timeouts. We can't do that.
Yeah.
These football kids have practice at 6 o'clock tomorrow morning.
There's a quarterback keep with Avery Sargent.
Tackle down at the 47-yard line. So what, fourth play coming up?
She has definitely been the hardest runner for this sophomore team.
The juniors have played some pretty nice defense. Hey, this looked like our
Okay, so they – I'm not sure if you're going to get a flag here. They advance the ball and then try to forward pass after they advance the ball. So that should be a penalty. I think he's maybe just going to stop it where the pass – just call it dead where the pass happened.
Yeah, I haven't seen him throw a flag yet. I wonder if he has a flag.
He might not have a flag. Maybe they needed them so the girls had enough flags.
Yeah.
So I know that they're incorporating on the snap here, the sophomores have 3 linemen
Yep.
which they did not do early on. And so I don't know if they're seeing more of a rush coming.
A little bit
But
of halftime adjustment.
But if it were me, I'd be loading all the girls on one side,
Yeah.
and then I'd toss the other way.
Yeah.
That would be my – if I'm wanting to run out of this.
Oh, delay a game.
Delay a game, hey. And he's – I don't know if you guys can hear, but – and who's this gentleman with the microphone again? I know
Mr. Anderson.
Mr. Anderson on the field is calling, hey, this is how much time. And when he got to 0, they had not snapped it, and they lost it down there.
Yeah. He's kind of like the sky judge in the XFL. Oh, deep throw.
Oh.
Broken up.
Turnover on downs.
All right. So the juniors will take over here. We're getting about 2-3 possessions per half, looks like.
And the juniors are currently winning this.
Yeah, I didn't notice when they scored the touchdown. I don't believe there was an extra point.
I think he's got – I assume they got 6. Yeah. We'll just say they're up 1 score. Looking to add to that. So I think these ladies are just learning that they're on offense. We're pretty far back. A couple of them not quite ready.
A little handoff, a double handoff. Oh. Loss of that.
Went for a counter there. I noticed that second handoff was behind.
Yeah.
Not in front. I know some officials that prefer it that way.
I will say, the freshman group over there, I've seen warming up the most. They're over there practicing plays, even on the sideline. Oh, we got a deep, long run there. Oh, stepped out of bounds.
Now, that was bold. Matt, they went right back to the same play. Didn't work the first time. The trick worked the second time.
Now, we've had a couple of plays where they've ran out of bounds, and I'm going to guess some of these soccer kids are used to that yellow line, a little bit wider field.
Oh, that's a good point. I didn't think about that.
Third down.
And, they went back to the trickery.
All right. Good tackling there by the sophomores.
See those Verilyn skebbing there.
Fourth down. We think there's 5 or 6 plays.
Down is 4. We're going for a pass here.
Whoa.
It's there.
Oh, almost.
Couldn't hit it.
Got 5th down coming up.
See, I might go back to that.
Yeah.
And they've had some success passing the ball. When it hits, it hits.
Definitely a challenge. The farther you get that pass, somebody, catching a football is not an easy skill if you haven't done it a lot.
Oh, sure.
You got to have a couple things go right for that. They go back to that counter, and there's only one to beat there on the sideline.
And she's through. See the angle here? Down right around the...
turnover, so it's 5 plays.
Oh, okay.
But they pinned them deep into the other territory. Let's see if the defense can step up, and we haven't seen any, I guess fumbles aren't part of it. We haven't seen any interceptions.
It's going right back to
Sargent
Avery
again.
Sargent on the run.
Oh, that's a hard fall.
Stiff
Oh, a
arm.
little spin.
A stiff arm followed by a spin.
That was a nice run.
Now, Matt, I'm going to say the same. I'm watching her compete. I've seen her compete before, and I know that this is how it is. But if I'm her soccer coach, I might be a little worried about how hard she's deciding to go here on a Wednesday night.
So we got second down. There's about 22 yards on that last run.
Not
Run
much
up the
going
middle.
there.
Telling you, that freshman team over there, they're going to need water before the game.
Yeah, they're working out hard. I don't know if you can see them. No, you definitely can't on the video here. Yeah, they might want it more than the senior. So we'll see. That'll be interesting to see. Oh, is that a fumble?
Juniors are going to get the ball back
With
30 yards away. We gotta
great
get
field
close to the end
position.
of regulation here, too.
Now they're already up. I would just be trying to focus on managing the clock here, if they're even aware of the clock, because I know that we don't have one running up here.
I would imagine somebody's down there letting them know how much time.
Back to the
Counter again, or like a fake counter.
fake counter. I think she read that really well. It just wasn't there. See a lot of flags on the ground. I thought it might have been a penalty, but I think
I
these
think
flags
it's
are
just
just
yellow
falling.
flags, yep.
See, Moss Defender ad is up. Shout out to Moss Defender. Might have just missed it.
Oh, yeah, I got it on here. All right, we got second down.
And a
thrown over
throw.
the top. That was
Open.
a beautiful throw. Eliana Emmons, the intended receiver. That'll bring up third down.
Matt, I'm telling you, that is there. And I know that they've not had a lot of success, but it's definitely there. I would keep going to it.
Look at that well-behaved group of middle schoolers up there in the bleachers.
Yeah, I've noticed that.
Wow, they just threw something.
They did just throw something as we said that, but I'm sure they'll go pick it up.
Uh-oh.
That is an interception.
Interception. That's a couple interceptions.
Go to the.
Tell you one thing that has looked solid is the tackling. Not been a lot of missed tackles today.
A lot of sure tackles. You're right. There's not been a large break due to a missed flag.
Did you see the poll that I'm assuming Dave Moon brought in?
Listen, I'm going to hit yes.
Anybody else who wants to vote, go into the chat. We have a Bring Back Donkey Basketball vote.
And I will be announcing that when it happens. Though I'm sure Brian Atkinson will have dibs, and I will understand that.
Hey, they got multiple mics.
That's true. Actually, you know what I'd like to incorporate? If they do that, I'd like to be like the reporter from the court. I want to be the courtside reporter. I want to get live interviews.
Yeah.
I want to be where the donkeys are, Matt. Slow handoff here, back to Avery Sargent.
Oh. Did she get past? Yep, staying in bounds.
Oh.
Hard hit out of bounds there.
Yeah, again, pretty hard.
I mean, Avery Sargent is running about as much as Derek Feltner on a Friday night right now.
Oh, she has been absolutely the workhorse for this team. And she might have the most tackles on defense as well. You know, if her team were up right now, I might be she might be the front runner for the Moss Defender Player of the Game.
Oh, that was a nice tackle. That is.
That was Renee Ryla.
Yeah, Renee Ryla.
Another fiery competitor.
That was. I mean, she was all out dive on that
Yeah.
one.
No, Matt, that's a great point. There has absolutely been some sure tackling here.
And the way the field position has been, it's tough to score in 5 plays if the teams are tackling well.
Absolutely. That's a good angle.
Yeah.
That's a good grab. What more do you want out of a defender in this game?
That was Millie Brumley.
Millie Brumley. No, Matt, I did not catch what down this is.
I think this is probably about the 4th. Little hesitation
Oh,
step there.
run it
Oh,
back.
cutting it back. Let's get a block. Ooh.
Blocking, a little block in the back. I'm not sure if they're going to catch that.
Oh, coming back. She ran about 80 yards for that 10.
That was tough running.
That reminded me of a running back we have at the middle school, who I believe I see over there, Mr. Samaj.
I hope we have a lot of well-mannered football players from the middle school watching this game.
Hey, speaking of which, you guys all should come out Friday. We have our homecoming game at 7 o'clock. High school plays at 7 against South Whidbey. New this year, we also have our middle school playing at 3 o'clock. So it's going to be a doubleheader, and they're playing South Whidbey as well.
Now, Matt,
Both games are going to be on Turk Pride.
now how many teams in our league have a middle school program that we could play? Because I know we have a lot of private schools that don't necessarily have feeder middle schools. So we got Kings
and Whidbey.
and Whidbey. So really, those are the only opportunities to do something like this again.
Well, definitely to do a doubleheader with the same team.
Yeah.
I think we could look at schedule. I mean, like we won't play Whidbey at home next year.
Of course.
We could still look at scheduling a game, but it's kind of cool that it's both the same school.
I think that's awesome.
And maybe, we go to Whidbey, and if it's around homecoming, it seems like we're always, those two schools kind of doing homecoming when we can.
Yep.
Maybe we travel there and do it next year.
Now, Matt, it seems to be a big thing in the chat here. So I just want to say, we have 18 people watching this Powderpuff game. I'm saying we're going to have 150 for donkey basketball.
I agree.
And a full gym.
Yeah. It'd be a great fundraiser.
So I guess I might have missed that the game ended there. So the juniors took that one.
Yep, 6-0 or
Okay.
one score. And I'm guessing that somehow there's going to be a tiebreaker with scores at the end. Because I doubt they're going to play 3 games and then have like a playoff.
Well,
But I mean, it could be one, top 2 teams.
who
But
knows?
if you get some ties, there's got to be some tiebreakers. Cascadia Yates says she's in.
All right, so we got the seniors in yellow and the freshmen in green.
Yep.
That was is that Cascadia Yates saying that she's in the game right now, or she's saying she's in for playing some donkey basketball?
I mean, I would think she wouldn't be in the game and on YouTube chatting, but maybe.
Listen, that would be pretty dynamic if she were doing that.
My wife just texted me and said my voice is putting her to sleep.
Well,
Good night.
yeah. She's had a lot of nice compliments for you lately.
Yeah, I mean, she critiqued our coaching yesterday.
Critiques our coaching.
Yeah.
Critiques your announcing.
I mean, she always did that before she was coaching, but now she just has a built-in excuse.
It's like a different level of cockiness that is associated with it.
All right, Cascadia Yates is in for Donkey basketball.
All right,
Well,
let's
why
go.
are you not playing in this game right now? That's what I'd like to know.
She'd be dominating.
We need a little fire, you know? And she would definitely bring the fire.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so the
Did not field it cleanly.
seniors received that. Tackle down at the 42-yard line. There are 9 votes right now. Let's see what the result. It's 100% yes. I mean, who would vote no?
No, absolutely no one. It'd be ridiculous. Maybe if you're from Granite Falls or something.
Yeah. All right, so we got first down at the 42. Well, that's a double pass.
pass, Matt.
Now, that I believe was a forward pass.
You think the first one was
I
forward?
think the first one was forward. So let's see where they spot the ball because she caught it at the 41.
Just caught the replay. No, I sorry, I did just catch the replay, Matt. That looked backwards to me.
Okay.
The first one.
I like the creativity early on. So that's the our freshman coaches. Let's figure out who those freshmen are over there. There you go.
Okay, so
Checks
this-
down. Uh-oh. She's off. Do we know who that is? She just ran. See, no,
Oh,
soccer
see, that
player.
is a soccer thing. I think that is Plummer.
That could be.
Is that
She's
Grace
senior?
Plummer?
Yeah. Addie would be, what, a sophomore?
Addie would be a sophomore. I'm pretty positive that is. And if that is Grace Plummer, she does play soccer, so it's possible that because I think she could have stayed in bounds and had
Oh,
that.
yeah. Broken open. And the freshmen are a little confused right now. I think they think there was a score.
Yeah.
They're putting their goal line defense here.
And how many seniors are on this? Like, do they have subs to go in here? Because it looks like the freshmen do.
Yeah, it looks like there might be 1 or 2 over there. Okay, the seniors are definitely
zone.
looking to throw the ball. Oh,
The passing is there. The execution, not. I would keep going back to it.
well, I was just thinking, we had our middle school football team play our volleyball team today. The seniors look a little more put together than our football kids did playing volleyball. Definitely our 8th graders.
For sure.
We could do this too for.
That's
just doing
touchdown.
volleyball.
Straight quarterback keeper. I'm not feeling as confident here as
No.
you are in the freshmen.
No, they are definitely faster.
They have some speed, and as I said, speed kills. But let's see what the freshmen have for offense here. Because they have yet to receive the ball.
Now up to 10 votes, 100%. I mean, when have we ever had a poll that was 100% anything?
Oh. It's
I
been a
bet
while.
if we put it on the Salt Washington Facebook page, there'd be people who'd vote against it.
Yeah. I bet you we'd have more for it.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I'm not so
Somebody
sure.
would vote no, though.
I'm sure
It would
there's
be
some
100%.
barriers to it that we aren't thinking of. The 80s and 90s, people didn't seem to think about the problems and things.
Yeah.
I think this is Sabella
Oh, yep.
with the carry. Sabella got her cell phone in her back pocket.
I mean, it is after school hours.
It is after school hours. That actually just might be how the belt is, actually, now that I'm seeing.
We got some yelling going from the sideline. Okay, I think Derek Feldner's over there. I remember seeing him in one of these, and he had full-on coach's play card and the hat and the whistle, and he was taking his coordinator role serious. The seniors are just a lot faster.
Relentless. And I'm pretty sure that was Grace Plummer on the tackle. Unless it was never Grace Plummer, in which case it's not her.
All right, so since my wife's watching on here, she's coaching that middle school volleyball team. Hey, what do you think a rematch between the two teams with flag football? We're gonna have our own little middle school Powderpuff game.
You know what? Actually, I was thinking as I was watching our boys' football team play the volleyball team in volleyball, with their helmets on, mind you, for most of it. Oh, that was a miscommunication. That should be a forward pass and not a fumble.
Yep.
I was actually thinking to myself, last year we did a little mix-up of some staff and some students playing games during an assembly, and that was a pretty good time. I almost think you put up one net, and we run that game back at an assembly.
Yeah.
I think that people would be pretty into it. The players were sure into it, and it was really competitive.
Yeah, absolutely. It definitely got better when we took the helmets off.
It did get a lot more competitive because.
But it was kind of intimidating coming in with the helmets.
Yes, for a while. Yeah. It was sure funny to see.
All right. The freshman, I think that's Hannah Ridgely over there arguing with the MC, Mr. Anderson.
Yeah. Now, let me tell you, Hannah Ridgely is pretty fiery in competition. I'm sure maybe you've seen some of that in PE. I had her in my AVID class, and I know there would be some times in competition where she would get pretty fiery.
Yeah, she was one of my best PE kids.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Miscommunication. I don't think everyone's on the same page right now. And that's a turnover.
They got short field to go here. I wonder what the Vegas line was on this.
I certainly hope there's no one betting on Powderpuff. I'm sure someone somewhere in some game is, but that is a bomb, and that is a catch.
At what point do we go to a running clock? This is getting out of hand.
Now, there was a touchdown called. I saw flag grabbed on the 1.
Let's see what the replay shows here.
And he has rescinded the touchdown call. 2nd and goal.
Yep, I just watched the replay. It was about,
Yeah, that was good.
He got radioed down from up above.
Yes, that's
Change
right.
that call. Ooh.
Oh.
I'm rescinding my prediction. I think the seniors are going to win this whole thing.
Yes, and if they play any of the other teams, I agree.
They've been able to pass like none of the other teams have been able to do yet.
Mm-hmm. Though I will say, I think that the passing was there for the juniors. They had that one big pass play. Their misses were pretty open.
That was Grace Plummer there. Yep. We got confirmation from Grace's dad that is Grace Plummer.
Wonderful. See, I wasn't sure. You know, my eyes are getting pretty old, and I was never honored to have her in the classroom, but I hear great things. And with that touch, that might be the first time a Plummer has made it to the end zone in that family.
You might be right. We know that Plummer struggled with fantasy football.
He's had some tough seasons. I'm aware of that.
That was like an onside. Do you wonder if we have an onside rule? I mean, it went 10 yards.
Yeah, the ball is dead right there.
So no onsides here.
Now, Matt, what we need to do is we need to confirm that there's going to be a game after this. And I really hope there is. I want to leave no doubt.
Yeah. I know they're going to play each class, which means we got a lot of football left here.
It's going to be a long night.
We've played, this is, I think, the last possession. No, we haven't even halftime of the second
That's
game.
true. You're right. And they did not hike the ball.
Oh, boy.
And they lost it down.
That kind of looked like a mid-'90s Seahawk team that I remember.
Yeah, I don't think the freshmen are all on the same page. I think they have the athletes and I think they have the speed to do this. But they have 3 more years to be successful in this game.
Now, I will say my competitive sports class this year, we had flag football as a unit. They didn't get to experience that, so I'm hoping that our next year's group has a little more experience coming in.
Yeah, I'm curious, in that class or maybe just in your regular PE class, one time I covered a PE class, and the game for the day that they were playing was Ultimate Football.
All right.
So it's the same rules as Ultimate Frisbee, but just with a football. So you get the football, you can't move, you pass it.
Yeah.
And I loved it because I can't throw or catch a Frisbee. But I'm a little, well, I really can't throw or catch a football either, but I'm a little bit better with a football. And I had the best time playing and teaching that day.
Awesome. I know Mrs. Kelly does one that's similar, and I don't think she uses a football, but she uses a foam ball.
Oh, sure. I think that's what we used when I was playing.
Yeah. Another one that's similar to that we played last year, which is kind of an old game. I don't think it's been at SMS for a while, was team handball.
Oh, sure.
So a lot of the same rules as Ultimate Frisbee with goals that you're throwing the ball into.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah, I had kids in that one that aren't always engaged who loved that. Not a ton of skill involved with it, but throwing and catching.
Okay.
Running.
So that was a great play. They kind of looked like they had kind of an option look off to the side, and then they passed it off.
Is that Thalen? Thalen Quillen, maybe?
I think that is Thalen with the reception.
She's excited about that. I mean, they haven't had a whole lot of yardage on offense, so it's a nice positive play.
I wasn't sure from afar if that was Thalen or if it was Paige Mackay.
Yeah, that
first.
could be. No, yeah, I don't know.
But looking now, that is definitely Thalen.
Uh-oh, we almost another interception.
And we have halftime, Matt.
All right.
In the score, so we got one score in this game, or has it been 2?
I feel like there's been 2 or 3. I know Grace said 2.
So Grace has a touchdown, and then
We had a run in from the quarterback.
I don't know the name, but I believe it's Eva and Jacob's sister.
Yes. Yeah.
who we did not have in the middle school. So maybe I
I
didn't
believe
know.
there's twins.
There are twins. There's 2 sets of twins in that family.
So if somebody can confirm with us who that is that scored that touchdown as a quarterback, we will make sure we mention it.
So I believe two touchdowns then.
Yeah.
One by her and then one by Grace Plummer.
That's right. One of Grace's, she stepped out of bounds. Didn't get it.
She had the one over here, but she should have had 2.
Yep.
But it was that same drive that Eva and Jacob's sister scored. Again, the name escapes me. So I see Hayden Murphy with the freshman here. So I'm kind of curious if a lot of the kids are not just taking the 2 squads, because I see
Seniors?
Well, I see Mr. Dilger here. Is that Mr. Dilger in the senior huddle?
Well, we do have a freshman Dilger as well.
I know, but I'm seeing the white hoodie. So maybe they're coaching multiple teams.
Could be. Could be.
So I guess something I keep thinking about watching these is maybe kids that should be playing.
Yeah.
I don't know if, I don't want to necessarily name names or make people feel bad for not wanting to participate, but I'm not so sure all of these classes have all of their best athletes out there. Like maybe there's a couple other girls that could be contributing, making this a little bit closer.
She had a lane.
Another sure tackle.
Yeah. That was a nice play.
Absolutely wonderful tackle there. And like you said at the beginning, I haven't played a lot of flag football, but it doesn't look easy to grab that flag always. You have to have some pretty good hand-eye coordination.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of flag football. I think all these kids should be playing. There's a lot of basic football skills you can learn. You're not getting a bunch of blows to the head.
Yep.
Everybody's kind of touching the ball.
No, I'm absolutely with you there. And hopefully there seems to be a lot of rise in flag football leagues.
Yep.
So I think that's something that's definitely starting to catch on.
Tom Brady actually had some comments on that in the last couple days about how the NFL was kind of turning into flag football.
Okay, got a quarterback keep and a sure tackle.
Yeah, the freshmen, I think they got a chance against the sophomores and juniors. Like, they're running some nice plays. They just can't get past the seniors.
Right. Yeah, I agree. I think if you had a look, I don't know. I do think it'd be interesting to see them play the sophomores. I think that would have been a little bit more competitive for both parties.
Yeah.
And I know that the seniors have had some really sure tackles, but, man, those juniors were pretty clutch. Another quarterback keep, another tackle.
Oh, I think that's Kenna.
McKenna Ketchum.
Yep. She was excited. I saw her over at the car bash. She just got cleared from a car wreck she was in a couple weeks ago.
Oh, goodness. We got a player running onto the field. We got a throw. Little slip. Her hands are in the arms are in the air. She can't believe it either.
It's getting late. The football's a little wet.
It's true. Definitely don't have people running out new balls out there.
No.
There's a
nice
good.
ball.
That is a nice ball, but a good play on the ball also defensively.
Well, we're down to 16 viewers. I think all the people on the East Coast are going to sleep.
Yeah, that makes a lot of
Well,
sense.
East
And
Coast bias.
that, and I'm sure Chrissy's gone to sleep. It
Yeah.
sounds like.
Yeah. That was an interesting play. Oh, right up the middle.
Oh, good tackle.
Phelan's having a nice game for the freshman.
Yeah, she's another one of the students I had in my Avid class. Fiery competitor also. It's a good catch there.
Yeah, I don't remember her playing a ton of sports in middle school, but she was definitely one of my more athletic girls.
Yeah, I actually can confirm. I'm pretty sure she played all the sports.
Okay.
And I think she plays soccer now at the high school. And I certainly know she did track.
Okay.
And
Wow.
that's a catch. No, it's not a catch. Drop.
Nice ball, though.
Looked like they had Cassie Plummer in the flat there. Missed opportunity. I don't think they're covering the flats.
I see Jensen Kerr on the chat here. We miss you, Jensen, the middle school.
And good tackle. Jensen would love donkey basketball.
Yes, he would.
That said, I'm not sure students participate. I don't think that was a student thing. I think it was mostly teachers and. Do you remember it differently?
Gosh, I don't. Yeah.
It's been a
This is
while.
like middle school since I was there, which was, maybe 10 years more than you.
Yeah. And another just like her first touchdown. Kept it. In for the score.
Yeah, there definitely could be some liability issues, I guess, if there were students on the donkeys, maybe.
I
don't know.
assume. Maybe we can get some waivers.
All right, so we're
One.
getting close to the end here.
So one drive. So they're not timing this, apparently? Are they just going by?
I think it's kind of approximate.
Okay. That sounds right.
So we are just about through game 2. I believe we have 6 games. And we're an hour into this. I'm wondering who plays next. Because, we have 2 teams that have been sitting out for about a half hour.
Well,
One of them's going to play. The other one's going to sit another half hour. That's a long time.
Freshman is your last drive.
Or maybe they take the 2 winners and we call it good.
that's what I feel should happen. But if you heard that everyone gets to play each other, then that's
Oh,
Hannah Ridgely.
I think she's got her.
Turns corner. Has not been. And we're down.
Wow, yep.
Grace Plummer with a sure tackle. She's had a
Definitely one of
really
the players
good
of the game, definitely.
offensive and defensive
Yeah.
plays. Yeah, she might be the new front runner for Moss Defender Player of the Game.
Good job, Hannah.
So, yeah, Mr. Plummer there says he thinks that might be Kiana. I don't think Kiana Caprios is playing in this game. I believe both of the Ayadeji sisters are playing.
They are. Again, I know that one of their names is Blessing, but I do not know the others, and I do not know which one is which. But I do know they're both great kids.
Uh-oh, we got an interception or a fumble recovered.
And don't tell me who that is.
She might be the fastest player I've seen out here tonight.
That's probably the case. That might have sealed it for me. But we'll see if there's a championship game. Then we can't call it yet.
All right, so the other Ayadeji is Joy. So we got Joy
Okay.
and Blessing.
Okay, so I believe that Joy
Is the one who scored on
is
that.
the one who scored, because I'm pretty sure that Blessing is the one that's very competitive in throwing at track. Not to say that they both aren't competitive at track. But I could have that backwards. I've been wrong many a time.
All right, so that game is over. It was 3 or 4 scores for the seniors to nothing.
I believe it was 4. 2 for Grace Plummer, and then 2 for, I believe, Joy.
So we are definitely not taking the 2 winners. It's freshmen, sophomores next.
Okay, so it must just be. Okay, so this is the consolation game, Matt.
Okay, that works.
And I think that's fair.
Yeah. It's rough if you're a freshman and you get the tough draw at the beginning, but
Yeah, that is tough. Now you don't assume that there's a trophy, or we're not playing for hardware here.
yeah, maybe just bragging rights. I mean, I definitely think it counts towards their points for the week.
Yeah. So you have a child at the high school. What's the vibe around homecoming week? Because I know that there's been some years where it's just like a huge thing, and other years where it's just kind of so-so. I felt like the vibe was pretty good today. What are you hearing?
Yeah, I agree. It was a little longer route today. Seemed like we had a decent amount of people on the side there. A lot of kids. I know how many kids were involved.
Yeah, that was cool.
There have been times where we've had whole teams not represented, or just partial teams. I felt like all the teams were well represented. I know there was a big effort this year to not schedule anybody middle school or high school tonight, which was nice. That helped.
Mm-hmm.
Car Bash seemed to go off pretty well. Love to someday be able to maybe add the bonfire with it, but
Sure.
good crowd. And it was kind of nice. I know when we've done the bonfire down there, and it being on the same night with the Powderpuff game, we lost a lot of people.
Right, in translation, or suppose.
Having it here was nice.
Yeah, the bonfire was cool. It would have been nicer if it was a little closer
Yeah.
somehow to the school. We have some fired up sophomores, it looks like.
Yeah, they took a beating in that first game. So, I mean, we've got 2 one-loss teams here.
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong the first game, but I still think the freshmen have a good chance in this one. I mean, we got 2 teams that didn't score in their first game. Sophomores was a little bit closer game. The sophomores are a little more solid with their tackling.
I think that last game's going to be pretty competitive. I think the seniors are going to have the edge offensively, but defensively, they're both got some really good players.
So Julie Gillespie says there is a trophy.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
I mean, I think there should be T-shirts with champions on
I
the back
think
to wear
so.
to school.
I think so.
All
Shove
right.
it.
Hannah Ridgely there with the tackle on Avery Sargent.
I think we're going to see a lot of Avery Sargent this drive. Unless they've had time to talk it over and they're coming out with a new game plan.
Well, I heard from Jared Skeeth that the over-under was 2 scores in this.
Oh, okay. So I got that same look. Quarterback keep the right. Tackle right away.
I think the freshmen are a little faster than the sophomores. They
Yeah.
weren't faster than the seniors, that's for sure.
They were not. But again, they have a few years to improve. And I kind of see this class having some really good senior players at the end of their careers.
Maybe this is our championship in a couple years. these
Yeah,
2
maybe.
teams.
A little preview.
Well, we are up to 12 votes. We're still 100%. Dave Moon, I think you need to make this happen.
Avery Sargent
Hey,
breaking
what an
away
effort. What an effort.
and track down.
All right. So that is either Thalen or Paige. You said Paige earlier. It kind of reminds me.
Okay,
of
I think that is
Maris's.
Paige.
I agree. I mean, she's cheering for herself.
Yeah. Well, if she does a backflip, she could confirm it for me.
Yeah. No, that's Paige.
Yeah.
But is that Thalen on the other side?
Okay, I was just going to say.
Both.
Okay, that is Thalen is at the top of the screen. So I think absolutely, yeah. They both are playing.
I guess that's why the confusion is there. Oh, we got a false start penalty here.
Her flag fell out on the run. Oh, no.
That's that, when the refs come and ask you before the game if everybody's properly equipped.
Yes. Oh, that is unfortunate.
And she had an open lane there, too. So Rebecca Stemmer says she believes it was the FFA kids and staff as part of that.
Listen, Mr. Skeeth, we need to make this happen. I'm going to talk this into fruition.
It'll be a change.org petition to bring that back.
That's absolutely the case. And I don't know if everyone's ready on defense there. Fumble. And I don't believe that you can take a knee and then pass the ball. So, gonna be down there.
So I got an idea. If there's issues with the having it on the school district property, startup event center.
You are making a lot of sense. Startup. See,
One of our sponsors too.
That's true, and a great sponsor. I think the only issue that we would run into there is
not big enough?
Fans. Like you're not gonna be able to. A lot of people are gonna want to watch this event.
We could bring portable seating up on the stage.
That definitely could happen. Here, could you get the corner here? Oh, we had going for a flag, caught an arm. And she is back up.
Or we have like 3 or 4 showings of the donkey basket.
Well, I don't know. Is it possible we could do this over at Osprey Park?
Oh, yeah?
I'd love the idea of having it at the event center actually might make the most sense in terms of the support the event center gives to our community, availability, like letting more people know that that's something that the community uses and can use. But I just, they have those balconies at the top, and then maybe put some seating on the stage.
Yeah.
But I just still feel you're only going to fit not even half what you could fit in our gym.
Well, that's where Trick Pride comes in. You have to watch it on.
That's true. All right, keep going.
Ooh, she was watching that sideline well.
Yep.
Sargent with the tackle.
Just Hannah Ridgely on the run there. Second down. Yeah, I think we're starting to see a little bit more of what this freshman group can do against a more balanced opponent here. Also, they're a little bit more warmed up. They're straight after their game. Ridgely with the keep and tackled right away.
So, did a little search on donkey basketball.
Okay.
There's a donkey basketball organization located in Intiot.
Okay.
So it's still going somewhere.
Listen.
If you're interested, in having it as an assembly or other community event, there's an online forum there.
Listen, I'm seeing it. I'm seeing every donkey having a sponsor on it. And imagine having a Moss Defender donkey out there. It'd be amazing.
They provide eye-catching posters, easy-to-sell tickets, professionally written press release, protective headgear for players, game rules that ensure humane treatment of the donkeys, and hilarious entertainment for the spectators.
Oh.
They even bring their own referee.
So that's what okay, so it's a company that does it.
Yep.
So I am assuming that that's what happened in the past. Like, I don't assume our FFA kids just had, like, hey, we have a farm with, I don't know, I doubt it was 10 donkeys out there, but.
Hey, and here's your liability, professionally written waiver of liability for players.
See.
They've got it figured out.
You know, we might not even need Mr. Skeeth for this.
No. We made a middle school football
fundraiser. Absolutely. And with the proceeds, we're going to buy one of those inflatable helmets for the team to rush the field out of. Jensen wants bear basketball.
All right.
I think that might be a little more liability than donkey.
Yeah.
Avery with the run. Has not been tackled yet. In for the score.
All right, so we got one score for the sophomores, right?
That is one. Avery with just a hard run. You know, just looking at against those juniors, she had a lot of runs like that, but they were so on it with their flag tackling that she just couldn't break one of those, and she just kind of kept going. They just never got it.
So you got to do me a favor here. You got to remind me when this game is over to pick Caleb so I don't leave him here. I've done that before.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I got to say, those middle schoolers up in the stands, they're doing great.
Yeah. There's only about 10 of them left.
I'm going to say being in the classroom at the middle school, I do read body language pretty good. They look like a bunch of tired kids up there.
Yeah.
They're not the most lively I've seen that crew before. It's getting late. Approaching bedtime for a lot of these kids.
All right, what we got going over here? Did we miss something?
Is it possible that it's halftime?
It could be.
Matt, I think after this game we should talk to Mr. Moon about you and I just starting a podcast about donkey basketball.
Absolutely.
I think that's something that the people really probably want.
And I went to that website, and now nothing's working. I'm hoping it didn't give me a virus on my phone.
Uh-oh.
So we'll restart it, see if that works.
The donkey basketball site gave you a virus?
I don't know. I can't open anything now.
Well, that's not good.
So let's try it, see what happens.
You know, it doesn't happen on Apple phones, Matt. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and confirm that was halftime.
Yep. And it felt like a little shorter than last time.
Well, I thought that the first one was pretty long, but I don't feel like I feel like the last one was about this short.
You know what I appreciate about this is that they don't have to do a 3-minute warm-up.
That's true.
After the halftime.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't get why they have to why don't you just make halftime 3 minutes longer?
Yeah. It doesn't seem to matter how long it is. You're going to wait till do 3 minutes anyway.
So in the chat, Turk Pride TV talks about how Turk Pride used to do the pro wrestling at the Startup Event Center. And I attended one of those shows, and it was a great time. It was a great show to go and watch. But on that show, you got to have a lot of more seating on the stage. I think if you have the basketball game, it's just not gonna fit as many.
Because you were on the floor, right? They had floor seating.
And with the animals, I don't know if you really want people like around the side. I don't know if that'd be the best idea. Anyways, we're back to action here. I got donkey basketball on the mind. That's why the podcast needs to happen, Matt. It's not a thing that we're going to talk about anymore. It's going to happen.
All right, so the sophomores are going to start with the ball here in the second half. I believe they're up 1 score.
Yep, I believe there was the 1 score with Avery Sargent on the run, on the hard run.
I'd be really disappointed if the freshman left here without a score the whole day.
Yeah, that would be a bummer. They definitely have some good players out there. They just need to put it together. Maybe this drive. Hannah Ridgely with the keep. Maybe it's going to be right here, Matt.
There you go. No, we got Sargent there. She made
And
the tackle.
good tackle. I think that if she would have been playing with the soccer line, she might have had a good angle to keep going there, but ran out of real estate.
Jeez, I was wondering. I turned down my sound. I kept hearing these announcers. It was us.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say it was me.
Yeah.
All right, so we got second down. Not sure what's happening here. I assume Mr. Anderson's going to be doing countdown pretty soon. Oh, maybe he's getting some flags set. And snap. Hannah Ridgely. Keep. Cut inside. Sure tackle.
Speaking of professional wrestling, my dad always talks about when he was in school, there was a teacher here who was a professional wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, now that's a legend I've never heard and would love to learn more about.
But he also said back in those days, and probably your dad's days too, they used to box the teachers. Like it was like a hey,
At
after
assemblies?
school, yeah, or just after school.
All right. Well, after donkey basketball, we're going to work on getting that back. Oh, fumble on the snap.
Good effort.
So one thing I like, I don't know if you guys can see on the camera here, is you have the coaches on the sideline. When that fumble happened, they are saying that they have the ball. And I know, having worked with this high school staff, they coach the players to say, hey, we got the ball. And so it's cool to see them all do that. Hannah Ridgely again with the keeper. And we have a tackle by Avery Sargent.
Funny story about that. Our football team was playing in Vashon earlier in the year. And there were a lot of questionable calls. And it was like we missed the ferry. We had to stay over there for an hour and a half. And we won the game. But there was a play where there was a fumble. And all of our kids had been coached to do this. And they were Coach Rudd was threatened with a personal foul for the players pointing in the
That's
direction.
interesting.
Yeah.
Well, listen. I think that anytime you go to a football game on an island, the officiating is always
It's a different experience.
it's a different experience. This looks like Paige on the run. Can she turn it up? She cannot. And that was turnover on downs.
Yeah.
Now, the freshmen have not tried to utilize the passing.
Nah, I was just thinking that.
And I know that the sophomores aren't either. I assume you're gonna get a heavy dose of Sargent here.
Yeah.
At least that's what I would probably do.
Oh, we got somebody wide to the right. No.
See, I'd run to the left. And just when we say they don't go to the pass, they go to the pass.
And did you see who threw that ball?
I did not catch it.
That was Avery Sargent.
That makes a lot of sense.
There is a lot of football genes in that family.
Sure. Yeah, I know her brother was certainly a big player here.
Yeah.
Are you saying it goes beyond that?
Oh, yeah. Her would be her uncle. I played with her uncle. She was a couple years older than me. Good football player.
And Sargent to the right. No tackle. Touchdown, Sargent.
kind of got the celebration down too.
Yeah, she kind of has some.
A little swagger going.
She got some football swagger.
Yeah.
I would certainly say she's got that. And I'll say a lot of those senior girls have it too.
Yeah. So we're going to see in our next game seniors versus juniors, right?
Pretty excited for it. I know, and I was kind of like, oh gosh, we're going late, and it's 9 o'clock, Matt. And I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of picking up Kale,
I'm not even sure I see him over there anymore.
I hope that my daughter is here.
All right, that's the game there. So I believe now we're seniors and juniors. I'm hoping that this is the championship game. Because, I mean, it's definitely the two top teams.
Yeah, there'd be really no reason to play another, in my opinion. I think this makes the most sense. I don't think having everyone play everyone would work.
No.
So this has got to be for the hardware. I got to see this trophy.
Yeah, I mean, they should bring it out here.
Okay, so we're going to keep going for the ceremony. I remember a few years ago, I was watching Turk Pride TV, and it was the Black and Blue Bowl, and Salton had won. And they were closing out the broadcast, and I got on the chat there. I was like, hey, you guys got to keep going. They have not got the trophy yet.
Yep.
And then they stayed on, and that was a cool moment.
Yeah, that was. All right, so we're getting all the flags down there, resetting them here. We got seniors, we got juniors, battle of the upperclassmen.
Yeah, I mean, I think Vegas odds would give it to the seniors
Well,
here.
they definitely seem pretty unstoppable in their first game with the freshmen. That being said, there's some fierce competitors in that junior class.
For sure. And they've had a lot of time to think. Because you got to remember, it's been a while since they played.
Yeah. We'll see what kind of impact, with the freshmen coaching here against the sophomores. There's a lot of good football players in these freshman and sophomore classes.
For sure.
It looks like I see some trash talking going over with coaches.
That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, always compete in all things. I think this is good. And you know that these guys are all teammates, and it's all in fun. But you want those bragging rights too.
Absolutely.
My daughter just asked if I had to stay the whole time. Do I have to stay the whole time, Matt?
No, you are free whenever
I
you like.
absolutely. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not missing this game. And I think, like a lot of those middle schoolers over there, that the size is dwindling.
Ooh,
Oh, okay.
got a tackle.
I think we got a lot of tired kids over there,
Yeah.
and I think my daughter is one of them.
All right, ladies, we're moving. Let's go.
So the seniors surely spread it out a lot more. Here comes a pass, and nothing there. I think that the seniors are going to run into a little bit more of a stout defense here than they saw in their first game. Hey, we have announcers now.
Yeah, that's our MC, Sky, Judge, whatever we want to call him. Mr. Anderson. I think he's just.
Oh, he's moved?
He's facing us now, so we can hear him a
Oh,
little
okay.
bit better. So the juniors stop him on the first series.
Okay, they're going back to that counter.
Yeah.
And no, see?
Yeah.
I don't think did she not tackle and she thought she got tackled?
Yeah, it's kind of hard sometimes to tell
Yeah.
with the flags.
When in doubt, run.
Yeah. Yeah. A little coaching there. Run till you hear the whistle. All right, I've located Kale. He's still here. Second down.
Going
Another
back.
counter.
Oh, counter pass.
That was awesome. It's incomplete, but it was still awesome.
That's a good play.
Yep. All right, we got third down at the 42, 41-yard line.
Now, what would have really worked there is if they could somehow pass it to the quarterback on a route,
Yeah,
running a
back
wheel
to
on the
the
other
side,
side.
yeah.
Yeah. But then again, they're kind of running more of a zone.
Came back to it to the other side. Fourth down. Got 2 plays to score here.
Looking to pass. And that's a sure tackle.
Fifth and goal. I haven't heard that before.
5th and goal. Oh. Come back on that, but they needed to score there. It's a turnover on downs.
I feel like I saw Cameron Skeeth out here last year and probably had some shin leg issues, so maybe she's taking the night off.
Yeah. That's unfortunate because when you talk about competitors, I know she's up there.
Ooh,
Good
push
block.
Out of the way.
Still has it.
Stepped out
Might
of
have
bounds.
stepped out of
Oh!
bounds.
Some contact there.
We have some people out here competing, Matt.
Yeah, now I stepped out a few yards for that, but hey, that was nice.
Yeah.
This game stays close. I think we're going to have, there might be some tempers raising before this game's over.
Yeah. Now, what happens if it's a tie?
Yeah, I think you got to play to have a winner.
Yeah, that's what I think. Sudden death, maybe?
Yeah. Put in the college tiebreaker there. Oh, double tackle there.
Yeah, that's good. We said that first game how impressed we were with the juniors tackling.
Yeah, that middle little run up the gut was open against freshmen. It's not been open so far against the juniors. Uh-oh. Pass is broken up. It's going to be 4th down. I think one score is going to win this game.
Yeah, that might end up being the case.
And I also think the question has been answered about whether this is the last game. I don't see anybody else on the sideline.
That's a good, yes, that's a great point. And I'm starting to not see very many people in the stands.
Yeah.
And a pass. And Flyers up ball.
Fit down, coming up.
And, I think this would be hard to implement here. But when you coached flag football, do you ever see any option football?
Yeah, a little bit.
I assume that'd be pretty hard to implement in a short time that they get to coach these ladies up.
Yeah. And generally, with flag football rules, the ball touches the ground, it's over, which is a little risky with the option, but
Oh, okay. Going back to the reverse.
there's also usually a limit on how many people can cross the line and rush, which doesn't seem to be in play here. They're sending 3 people up the gut there. That's going to be tough to get any positive yardage.
But with that said, that means someone has to be open.
Yep.
If you can get a quick hit, someone's open then.
Ooh, right up the middle. We might need a trick play to win this thing.
Yeah, that might be what it is. And this, I know they kind of do that reverse counter, whatever you might say that they're doing.
It's no longer a trick play.
It's almost like just that this is their base offense now.
Yeah.
It's are you gonna take the reverse and are they gonna pass when they get it? That's the question.
If you could set it up, a nice hook and ladder, I think would
Oh
work.
yeah.
Oh, get a block. Stay in
Good
bounds.
angle. Good tackle.
Last play of the half right here.
Yeah, it's going to be tough here. I have not seen a whole lot of 35-yard plays today. Surprisingly.
Yeah.
Normally, I feel like in most games, you're going to see a few be broken. And
I definitely remember seeing more scoring in the gym last year.
yeah.
A little arena football feel to it.
That's an interception.
Uh-oh. Oh, we got a block in the back, and it's called. That's the first flag I've seen all day.
Wow.
And that was legit. The bummer with that is I think she gets past without the block and might have went the whole way.
I think so, too. And remember, so I'm curious. They say this is the last play of the half, so that would have gone.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm not sure if they count that as like that's a possession and we get this many possessions each.
Yeah.
I assume they'd let that go.
Yeah.
So no scores in the first half.
Yeah, and really not anything too close.
It's almost
all in
like
the middle of the field.
Big Ten football here. A lot of defense. Until next year when it's the Big 18.
Yeah.
Matt, have you seen a lot of those new football fields where they have off to the side like a little field for the younger fans to play on?
I know I've seen one at Archbishop Murphy. Sometimes it's hard to tell whether or not it's for the kids or if it's just an extra little area.
Sure.
I mean, like, that would be nice, even with, like, the lineman group, if you're doing individuals, just to have a small area to...
Yeah, sure. I always thought that'd be a hard thing to manage since they're so close to the game.
Yeah.
I know when the Turks used to play at the middle school field, and there was always a game going in the backfield there in front of the hill.
Yep.
But you always had the ropes between you and the game, so it wasn't really a huge deal. And there was always fans on each side. They pretty much walked the rope anyway.
I have a scar on my knee from one of those games.
The ropes?
No, there was something sticking up out of the ground, like a metal rod.
Oh, wow.
Ended up over. Actually, I think I ended up at the hospital. Went over to the ambulance. And pretty good gash. Good times, though.
Sure.
I miss watching games at the middle school or just being up that close.
Yeah, that was a cool thing. And I know even like it wasn't necessarily even a Salton thing. Like I know like even Snohomish with their huge grandstands, which have been their huge grandstands for such a long time, they used to allow that.
Yeah.
That was something that you could definitely go and do. I think you could go right up to the edge of the track was the limit. So yeah, that was a cool thing.
We were playing at Juanita last week, and the visiting bleachers, which were huge, I mean, they're almost as big as these, they had a track and then another, like twice that on the other side. And it seemed like you were just a mile away from the action.
Oh, wow.
I like it sometimes we get some of these games where they'll let you kind of walk the track. Vashon was one of those.
Yeah.
It's a
That's
different
cool.
feel.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that was always a cool experience having the fans so close. I don't know if maybe looking back, I don't know if the coaches always loved that.
Yeah, it's kind of like we deal with some of those middle school games. Like
Sure.
Crazy parents and
Yeah, I remember being a kid. There was a lot of people on those sidelines. I certainly remember that. Myself, I only got to play 2 seasons at that school, and then my junior year, this stadium was new. Of course, we had the grass field that was basically not usable once you got to November, even the first year.
so I'm not sure if Dave Moon is still listening, but I've noticed this from the volleyball games I've watched the last couple. They went 5 sets. There's a timer on these huddle cameras.
Oh,
And we've got a countdown here at 4 minutes and 33 seconds.
so that's
So I'm not sure we're going to get the end of this game.
Uh-oh. I don't know. I saw him a minute ago messing with some stuff. I saw the mouse moving, but I don't know.
I will send him a
I'm gonna
message.
throw a text at him. Oh, good. We have another Moss Defender ad. Shout out Moss Defender. The owner of Moss Defender was the absolute pride of the class of 2001.
Hey, the fog's starting to come in a little bit over there. That's one thing I noticed. There's a big difference between the middle school and here. I remember as a kid, it seemed like every game ended in fog. I don't feel like we get as much fog here anymore.
Yeah, I definitely remember that. I remember late practices when the fog would become an issue as well. Probably the coolest games I ever coached in, we were playing, Seattle Academy, some smaller, Seattle Lutheran, some small private school, and it was actually our varsity, or our JV playing their varsity on a Friday night, and it was Halloween. Back to the fake counter. Good defense here. It was on Halloween, and right at kickoff, the whole field was fog. I could not see the other sideline, and it was just the coolest field. It ended up clearing up, and it was a fun atmosphere. And we played that game. I don't remember the name of the field, but it's where O'Day plays their games. A lot of schools share that field.
Oh, is that the one downtown Memorial Stadium near the Space Needle?
No, that must not be it then, if that's where it. Oh, going back to the pass here. Not there. Goes Verlin on the pass.
If we get to an overtime, we might need to be like 10 or 20 yard line in. Like there's not a lot of positive yardage going here.
Sure. Yeah, we might need to go into a, what do they call that? The River City Shootout?
Yeah.
Maybe go 4 downs from the 25. I don't know what would be most fair. It also might be a thing, if they go up the pass, it might be an interception that wins this thing.
Yeah. It kind of felt like that last play before
I-
the half. It was the best chance we've seen.
Really thought that might be the case. Was that Grace Plummer on the interception?
Yep.
And that would have really sealed her for Moss Defender Player of the Game.
5. Are you punting? You have to decide, are you punting? You're punting. Ladies, you're punting.
Got to declare the juniors are going to punt this.
Stand right up on the line. Stand right up on the line.
Nice punt.
Nice kick.
About 25 yards in the air.
And
Ooh, she make the corner?
she's passed. And good
Ooh.
tackle there right
Might have
around
been a
the
game-saving tackle.
24-yard line.
Well, we're going to see if we have a feed after the next 55 seconds.
Okay. Hey, and everyone, if the 16 of you out there, if this is it, stay tuned for our future podcast on Donkey Basketball. We should have a clever name by next week.
Ooh, a backwards lateral. Ooh, good effort.
She's got this. And that is a touchdown.
That is a touchdown.
Seniors with the score.
2 diving attempts there on defense.
And we have 5 seconds. We'll see what happens here.
Nope.
Oh, reset.
We're still with you.
We're good. That'd be a travesty to miss the end of this
A
game.
lot of worried people there.
That's right. All right, so we are in the second half. We have the seniors up a score. I believe that is Joy
All right, let's go.
on the
seniors.
score.
Get the ball rolling.
Wow. That was a throw.
All right. Ball is dead.
Okay, that was 40 yards there. We might have to inspect the size of that ball.
I
Sorry, there's no passing on kickoff plays.
are they saying that there was a forward pass on the kick
kickoff.
return? So no passing.
Yeah, I could see that. That could be one of those experiencing, understanding all the rules.
Sure, absolutely. Matt, that was a 40-yard pass.
Yeah.
So the question's going to be the size of the football. I don't understand. I don't know where they would get a ball that's not the regulation size, though.
It kind of looks like the leather ball we used on Friday night.
That's exactly what it looks like.
And that had some hang time. Like
That's phenomenal.
yeah. It's nice, tight spiral.
Out there. You know, I know it hasn't been successful in this half, but I kind of like how they have this identity with the reverse.
Yeah.
like you know, hey, I'm gonna have to. You have to play this team a little different than the other team.
Yeah.
I like that. I wish it was working more, and so it made a little more sense to stick with it. But
Yeah, I will say my 1 year of flag football, that was kind of a staple of we had that little reverse. We either gave it or we faked it because it was simple.
That's a fumble. That's one. Recovered.
Uh-oh. I do think there needs to be amendment on the rules about rushing. Like, I think you could get more offense if we held them back a
Sure.
little bit.
They're down and go.
okay, so we have gotten confirmation that Joy has the ponytail, and Blessing has the long braid. So it has been Joy.
Okay.
So I believe that is Joy's third score tonight between the two games. Good catch. Good tackle.
Fourth down, seniors. Fourth down. Nice catch.
There has been much less celebration on the senior side. Like, they're just calm, cool, collected.
Yeah, they just kind of are here to work.
Yeah. That might have been an illegal forward pass.
Yeah,
there.
illegal forward pass for sure. Yeah, I would say it doesn't even seem like – I'm not saying the seniors aren't having fun because winning is fun.
Yeah.
But they came to work.
Yeah.
They're out here. They have a job to do, and they're doing it.
Wow, they're even switching sides here. All right.
So they must have some people manned up on other people. Oh. Another sure tackle.
Well, by my count, the juniors have managed one touchdown tonight, but they have played better than that.
I think defensively,
Yeah.
they certainly can play any of these teams. And they had an unfortunate situation where they gave them really good field position on – that is a block. Now, this is Blessing with the touchdown.
Yep. There was a little celebration with that one.
There might have been a little bit live blocking there, too. Almost a Matt, I'm at a loss for what you call that play when you run up and then you turn back and give it back to the quarterback.
All right, seniors, one last kickoff.
Oh, yeah. Know what you're talking about. Flea flicker?
The flea flicker, a little flea flicker action on that.
I've actually thought that might be something we could run at the middle school level.
Sure.
If we can get enough time.
That might be, I will say, that might be a little little easier to implement in a huddle than a hook and ladder.
Yes. Yeah, well, yeah. The problem at the middle school level with a flea flicker is that you got to have a defense that really kind of knows what they're doing to get fooled by it. Because if they're just following the receiver, it doesn't really work.
Sure. Well, the receivers would have to sell the run.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, that was headed to the end zone.
Yeah, Joy wishes she had that one back.
I feel like the juniors have lost a little bit of the fight here after that first score.
Yeah. And, Joy almost, that's 2 times she almost had a defensive touchdown. She almost had a scoop and score on that last drive. She almost had a pick 6 here. Last drive of the game. And Grace Plummer with the tackle.
Hey, so just once again, reminder, Friday, 3 o'clock, we get the middle school playing on Turk Pride TV and here at Salton High School. And then homecoming game, high school, at 7 o'clock here, as well as on Turk Pride. So third down, is that right?
They said third down. I thought they said last. But I do think this is the last play of the drive of the game. Which should mean to me that our champion has been crowned, and this is kind of a consolation drive.
Yeah.
Fourth down, juniors. 2 plays left in the game.
Yep, 2 plays left in the game, they say.
All right, here we go. 2 plays left.
And we got
Ooh,
a pat.
that was a nice play.
All right, one last play, and then the seniors will celebrate.
I think we officially have more players on the field than fans in the stands.
Yeah, we've reached that point.
It's going to be a
It's a
throw.
pass. Oh.
All right, great game, guys. Great game.
And that is the end.
Now it's time for the fun. That's the most lively I've seen them. Job is done. Fun to be had now.
That junior group is a fiery group. I'm not even sure we're going to get a handshake here, to be
Oh.
honest with you.
And there were some moments there. I mean, I never thought it was going to get. It wasn't. They were never a really bad situation, but there were
girls that
definitely
we-
some. Hey, we're not going to make eye contact after that tackle.
Yeah.
But that's how it is when you're a competitor. Sometimes you wanna win so bad.
Yeah, I see some of the seniors kind of coming over to, shake the hands. See some juniors
Already
walking away from the
walking off
field.
already. Like I gotta go. I got a quiz in the morning. It's 9:30.
Well, I don't think we had any injuries today, so I think that's a victory for everybody.
That is good. And there were some moments where we had some players going pretty hard, for sure.
I don't see a big official trophy presentation going on here. Although, I'm going to see a little bit better on the TV.
I see.
You see the trophy?
Is that a trophy in his hand? Now the girls have the trophy. It looked like. Let's see if they're.
Also, let's go. Coaches in the back. Jump up.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to get it in the shot there. They're getting a photo with the girls. I'm pretty sure I saw something, but hey, congratulations to the senior girls. I guess that's the way you want to end your senior year, with a Powderpuff victory.
Hey, until next time when we can do donkey basketball game.
Donkey basketball, or I'm not doing this again.
See you later.
All right, thanks, Matt.